Hello and welcome to the English Listening Practice Podcast from English Pod Studio. This podcast is made for learners who want to improve English step by step. I speak slowly and clearly so you can understand, follow, and even repeat after me if you want. Today we are going to talk about a very useful and modern way to learn English. We are going to talk about learning English with podcasts. Maybe you already listen to podcasts in your own language. A podcast is like a radio show, but you can listen to it anytime you want, on your phone, computer, or tablet. There are podcasts about music, news, travel, cooking, sports, and also about learning languages. Podcasts are very popular because they are easy to use. You can listen when you are walking, cooking, waiting for the bus, or relaxing at home. But how can podcasts help you learn English? Let's look at some simple reasons. The first reason is listening practice. Podcasts give you the chance to listen to real English. You can hear how words sound, how sentences connect, and how people use English in daily life. Listening to podcasts will help your ears get used to English sounds. The more you listen, the easier it becomes to understand. The second reason is flexibility. You don't need to sit at a desk or open a textbook. You can listen anywhere, anytime. If you're busy, you can listen for only 5 or 10 minutes. If you have more time, you can listen to longer episodes. This flexibility makes podcasts perfect for daily practice. The third reason is repetition. You can listen to the same episode again and again. Maybe the first time, you only understand a little, but the second or third time you understand more. Repeating like this helps the new words and phrases stay in your memory. Another reason is that podcasts often have different topics. You can choose what you like. If you enjoy sports, you can listen to sports podcasts. If you like stories, you can listen to story podcasts. When you listen to something interesting, learning becomes fun. Finally, podcasts are good because many of them are free. You don't need to spend money. You only need a phone or a computer and internet. This makes podcasts easy for everyone. So, podcasts are a wonderful tool for learning English. They help you listen. They give you flexibility. They allow repetition. They offer interesting topics, and many are free. Now, let's talk about how you can use podcasts step by step to improve your English every day. The first step is choose the right podcast. There are many podcasts in English. Some are very difficult, made for native speakers. Some are simple, made for learners. If you are a beginner, it is better to start with podcasts that use slow, clear English. Choose a topic you enjoy so that listening feels interesting and not boring. For example, if you like travel, find a podcast about travel. If you like stories, choose a story podcast. When you like the topic, you will want to listen more. The second step is make a routine. Listening to a podcast once is good, but it is not enough. To improve your English, you need to listen regularly. You can decide to listen every morning during breakfast or every evening before bed. You don't need to listen for an hour. Even 10 minutes every day will make a big difference. The secret is consistency. When you listen often, your brain gets used to English sounds and your understanding grows. The third step is active listening. Sometimes people play a podcast in the background, but they don't really listen. This is called passive listening. Passive listening is okay, but active listening is better. Active listening means you focus. You sit down, listen carefully, and try to understand. You can even write down new words or repeat sentences. This will help you learn more from the podcast. The fourth step is repeat and shadow. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and then speaking it out loud, almost at the same time as the speaker. This is very powerful practice. It helps you copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. At first it may feel difficult, but don't worry. Start with short sentences and go slowly. With time, your mouth will get used to English sounds. The fifth step is use transcripts if available. Some podcasts provide a transcript, which is the written text of the episode. You can listen first without reading and then listen again while reading. This helps you connect the sounds to the words. It is also useful for learning spelling and understanding new vocabulary. The sixth step is review new words. When you hear a new word, write it down in a notebook. Later, try to use that word in your own sentence. For example, if the podcast teaches you the word adventure, you can write, My trip to the mountains was an adventure. Using new words quickly helps you remember them for a long time. The 7th step is mix fun and study. Sometimes just listen for fun. Don't worry about understanding everything. Other times, study more seriously. Stop the audio, repeat, or write notes. Mixing both styles makes learning enjoyable and effective. Remember, learning with podcasts is flexible. You can listen anywhere and anytime. But the most important thing is to keep going. Listen again and again, and slowly you will see your English improve. Now let's go even further. Let's talk about how podcasts can keep you motivated, how you can use them to practice speaking, and how to make podcasts a strong part of your English journey. One big challenge in learning English is staying motivated. At the beginning, you feel excited, but after some weeks, you may feel tired or bored. This is normal. To keep motivation, you need to make learning fun. Podcasts are very good for this. Why? Because they are not like school. You don't sit in a classroom with a teacher. Instead, you can listen to topics you love in a friendly voice anytime you like. When you feel bored, change the podcast. Don't listen to something that feels too hard or too boring. Choose a new topic or a new speaker. There are podcasts about travel, food, history, culture, news, daily life, and even funny stories. With so many choices, you can always find something that makes you smile. Another way to stay motivated is to set small goals. For example, you can say, "This week I will listen to one podcast every morning," or "I will learn 3 new words from podcasts this week." Small goals are easier to follow, and when you achieve them, you feel proud. Feeling proud gives you more energy to continue. Now let's talk about using podcasts to practice speaking. Many learners only listen, but they don't speak. If you want to improve your speaking, you must use your voice. A simple way is shadowing, which we talked about before. Repeat sentences after the speaker. Try to copy the sound. Another way is to pause the podcast and answer questions as if you are part of the conversation. For example, if the podcast says, "What do you eat for breakfast?" you can pause and say, "I eat bread and eggs." This makes listening active and helps you connect listening with speaking. You can also record your voice. Choose one short podcast, listen carefully, and then try to say the same sentences. Record yourself and listen again. Compare your recording with the original. Don't be afraid if it sounds different. With time, your pronunciation and rhythm will get better. Another powerful practice is to retell the episode in your own words. After listening, stop the audio and say, "Today the podcast talked about healthy food. The speaker said that vegetables are important." This helps you remember the content and also improves your speaking fluency. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. Every time you repeat, pause, record, or retell, you are training your brain and mouth to work in English. Now let's do a quick recap of everything we learned. Podcasts are powerful tools because they give you real English listening practice. They are flexible, so you can listen anytime and anywhere. They let you repeat and review as many times as you want. With podcasts, you can focus on interesting topics and learn new vocabulary naturally. To use them well, you should choose the right podcast. Make a routine, listen actively, repeat sentences, use transcripts, and review new words. To stay motivated, you should pick topics you enjoy, set small goals, and mix fun with study. And most importantly, don't just listen. Also speak. Use shadowing, pausing, recording, and retelling to turn listening into speaking practice. So now, dear learner, I want to encourage you. Don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. Don't feel bad if you make mistakes. Remember, English is a journey. Every minute you spend listening to a podcast is one more step forward. Day by day, your ears, your voice, and your confidence will grow. Thank you for joining me in this episode from English Pod Studio. I hope you feel more ready to use podcasts in your English learning journey. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep enjoying the process. You are doing great. I'll see you again in the next episode. Until then, take care and happy learning.